Hey guys, today is going to be part 2 of the yz250f rebuild, and unfortunately I have some updates to give you guys. I've been doing a little bit of work in my spare time tearing apart this bike. Last thing you've probably seen of it is that the engine was inside of it, which it no longer is, and that is because it had a major hole in the bottom of the case. I've been trying to fix that, and unfortunately it's a little bit worse than I thought. There's a couple parts inside the bike that are completely broken, including the water pump and the oil pump, so no wonder that thing seized up and melted down last time. Check last video if you want to see more. Anyways, I'll give you guys a look right now. Coming over to the bench here, we got all kinds of parts laying out here. We got the valves, the head, a bunch of engine parts, cams, buckets, cylinder, piston, and we got the clutch cover, and here's the engine. So the problem was it had a massive hole in the bottom. Right here is all the JB weld I put over it to try to cover that up and seal it up. I actually sanded it smooth right here, so hopefully that'll be a good sealing surface. We'll be able just to put this side of the case on there, seal it up, and hopefully have no leaks. Now for the problems, or should I say the other problem. Right here's the oil pump. Does that look good to you guys? Just look at that big crack down the middle of it. Right there, the whole side just completely broken off, and the crack extends around to the other side too. The oil pump is trash. And look at the gear for the water pump too. That thing is just broken in half. No wonder this thing got hot. The water pump can't even spin with it like that. Also right here, I got a brand new piston and cylinder, because the old one, as you saw in last video, that piston and cylinder were garbage. They completely melted down and were unusable. So my hopes for today is to get the cylinder head back together and hopefully get the bottom end back together if my parts show up, which they are supposed to today. So if the parts come in the mail, hopefully by tomorrow I'll have this bike all together and running, but who knows. That just all depends on if that gear and the oil pump show up. But for right now, I'm going to get this head back together and do a quick time lapse, throw those seals in, throw the valves in, already lapped them, so they should be all ready to go. Okay guys, I installed new valve guide seals and put the valves in, so we're all ready to move on to the bottom end. Okay guys, the parts we need to get this back together just arrived. I got this oil pump here, and I also got this impeller shaft with the gear on it. That's for the water pump, since, you know, this one had a little bit of an unfortunate accident. So let's go get these parts installed on the engine, and then we can get putting this thing together. I'm pretty excited. As long as we don't have any other problems or unforeseen issues, this should be back together today or tomorrow and running. But of course, there probably is going to be some unforeseen problems and difficulties, so I guess just stay tuned and we'll find out. Either way, let's get these things put on the engine. Right now I'm just getting a clutch on, that way I can get this bottom end back together. Okay guys, we got the clutch on, and now we're just about ready to put on the side cover. I'm going to clean this up really well, put some gasket material down, and throw that on. Okay guys, well we got this bottom end pretty well together. Last thing I need to do is put the clutch cover on and seal that up. And after that, we'll be moving on to the top end. The clutch cover is now on, so we are ready to put on the top end, starting with the cylinder and piston. Okay guys, the engine's coming along pretty good. We've got the cylinder and the head back together. Or back on, I should say. We still need to put the cams back in and button that back up. But after that, it should be about ready to go back in the bike. Also, this guy died, so I'll just be using the GoPro from now on. I'll give you a few updates as I go. I'm just trying to get this thing done right now. I really want to get this back in the bike, and I'm just anxious to see if it'll fire up. Okay guys, this engine is pretty much all back together and ready to go put in the bike. Okay guys, the moment has finally come. The bike is back together, but will she start? Oh, my leg. I need to stop for a second. Oh, okay. Good news. Oh. Boy, that thing has so much power. I wasn't even 3/4 throttle, and I was like, ah, much better than a 125. But I guess that thing just with 2 strokes, so it's different anyways, but still. Well, that'll be it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to see more bike flipping like this and, you know, just more content in general, make sure you drop a subscribe, like, and, you know, all that. Comment down below, and I'll see you in the next video.